Welcome back. Well, before all this bad weather got into town, we did happen to get a couple good soccer games in on Monday, including Laurel, who was at home squaring off against Salisbury Christian. Now, those Bulldogs would be on the attack for most of the first half. Perkins Augustin chips this one into the box right there. Santos Rodas goes ahead and volleys it, but it hits off the crossbar. No good that close. No matter, though, because Rodas answers right back shortly after that, settles that one in the box, turns and fires to the far post, and he puts it in. Home team up 2-0 at that point, but the Dragons would make a game of it. Salisbury Christian with a chance right there on a PK with under 3 minutes to go, but Tyler Joel pushes it just wide. Laurel then with an insurance opportunity, but check out that save by Dragons keeper. That was Luke Shitterly, as Laurel goes on to get the win in this thing, and they hold on for a 2-1 win. And just up the road from there, Seaford was taking on Sussex Central. It's Gene Cameas right there trying to add to his team's lead. Sends that one near post, but Seaford's Evan Niblett comes up with a diving save. The Blue Jays now looking for the answer at the other end. It's going to be a cross in right there, a header towards the goal, but that one's going to be turned back as well by Brandon Neville. And then after this, well, it's going to be Central's turn on a break right here. They're going to send one in on a shot, but another great save right there until it was finally put away. And that game was a little bit back and forth until eventually in that matchup, the winner would go ahead and be the road team, Sussex Central. Also a good opportunity for a game that was going on as Sussex Tech was at home in that one. They actually held on for the win when they took on Seaford. As well as this game was Parkside taking on Stephen Decatur in a big Bayside South showdown. The Seahawks on the attack there as John Ford takes a shot, but Justin Ball comes up with a save between the pipes. Shortly after that, Noah Obarski sends this one on frame as Danny Arroyo Flores sends it in, but, well, that one's going to be turned away as well. Still scoreless. This was a defensive battle throughout. Patrick Temple finds Obarski on a header right there, but that one gets cleaned. And like I said, you got a defensive game all day long in this thing, back and forth. Finally, though, Decatur would be able to grab the lead as they would hold on for a 1-0 lead. They're a little bit in the driver's seat now here in the South, so we'll see if they can hold on and make it to the Bayside title game. And over in Lewis, Cape was in a heavyweight showdown taking on Indian River this week. Jonah De Jesus with the free kick right there, but he can't put it home, just wide of the frame. Vikings then would be able to get on the board as DSI legend Zach Geloff there with the PK attempt sends it in as the junior puts a foot on it. Then another free kick here by De Jesus, and he gets redemption. Fires that one in. The Indians would grab the lead back and forth the rest of the way, but IR would be able to pull that thing out for a 5-3 win. And over on the hardwood, we had a lot of good volleyball matches going on this week. A huge one in the Bayside South as a couple undefeated teams were squaring off. Queen Anne's taking on the perennial powerhouse of the conference. That would be North Carolina. However, the Lions would have an early 10-point lead in the first set and looking for more. Emma Feig right here gets all aces on that serve as the home team was fired up. Queen Anne's would go on to take the first set. Dogs making it interesting in the second, though. Sydney Dawkins comes flying in. She is one of the best middles that you're going to find over here on the shore. Gets the kill. But North Carolina then still working. It's Dawkins and Mackenzie Werner this time teaming up for a block at the net. But the Lions were not messing around in this thing. Kelly Kavanaugh on match point makes it happen. And look at the celebration and reaction they have afterwards. They were hyped over there in Centerville as they get the win. Lions take it 3-0 your final. And just next door from there, Kent Island was taking on Easton. The Bucks came into this thing also undefeated on the year, and they were playing like it. Macy Strunk there with the cross-court kill. Kent Island would take the first set. Warriors trying to bounce back in the second. Quinn Jennings on the left side. Just a little bit of a touch on the overdrop right there. It falls in for a point. Easton still pushing. Kent Island with the overset there as Casey Barnes this time shuts it down in the middle. But those Bucks would eventually figure this thing out. It's Jennifer Houston right here. Sets up Strank, and then she's going to have a beautiful strike from the left side and finds the open spot on the rotation. Kent Island takes into straight sets, 3-0 your final. Heading over to the first set, we got Sussex Tech taking on a Woodbridge team right here. Ravens making themselves right at home. It's Amber Towers coming up with the kill from the right side right there. She climbs the ladder. Shortly after that, this time it's Brooke Ward as she's going to find Towers playing a little defense right there. The net, they team up for the block, but check this out. Shortly after that, Blue Raiders going to do what they can to hang in this thing. It's going to be a pretty sweet play right here by Brittany Stevenson. Just trying to return it, but places it perfectly on the line for the kill. But the Ravens would stretch that lead out. A beautiful strike right there by Megan Purdue, and then shortly after that, Mariah Reed adds another one. The Ravens take it in straight sets, 3-0 your final. All right, well, it's time for another quick commercial break, but coming up next, we are talking about them O's and that wild card race that is coming down to the wire. That's coming up next.
My name is Mark Quillen. I'm with Sussex Tech High School. I'm the head football coach, Del Melville Sports Insider.